All right, welcome to Gearhead Country, and we are at the 2023 CCMA Awards in Hamilton. And through the graciousness of John Chris Ford, we've got another Gearhead guy who's come up for an interview called Beamer Wiggly.
Yeah.
Did I get it right?
You did indeed. This is fun. Thanks for having me. Last second, just fun. I came up, I saw cars, I got excited, and this is awesome.
So, okay, Beamer. Nothing to do with BMWs.
Well, my initials are BMW, so I don't know if that counts or anything, but...
Well, close enough.
Yeah.
That's a great tie. Do you like BMWs?
I don't like working on them. They're not fun to get parts for, but they're nice to drive.
So, okay. I see another opening there. You're a mechanic?
I like to dabble. I like to try and fix things. I'm not great, but I grew up around cars, and I've always loved it. My dad always, he had muscle cars when he was growing up, so I always kind of grew up just around seeing them, watching a lot of movies, just going to car shows all the time, so kind of grew up around it.
Yep.
Not a great mechanic, though. I would not let anybody trust me to fix their car.
Will you fix your own?
Yeah, I might. Not. I drive a Mini, and that's not fun to fix, but...
Bad on transmissions.
Very.
All right, Beamer. Tell me about you.
Yeah.
We've never met.
No, this is our first time. I picked up a guitar when I was 5 years old, and I kind of decided right then that that's what I wanted to do. I saw a Keith Urban music video, and that just kind of sent me on this like crazy train of starting playing. And I'm the only musical one in my family, so it was purely just seeing that music video, just knowing I wanted to play guitar. I started writing when I was 7, and from then on it was just playing as many shows as I could, just writing, playing, just kind of taking that time as a young artist to figure out who I was. So it's been super cool the last like 5-6 years, just playing shows, opening for really awesome artists like I love guys like George Canyon, Eric Check, going out and playing with them, and just like I've got my own studio going now, so I'm kind of record out of there and do my own demos. So it's been really fun just navigating as a young artist, just kind of finding my way.
That's exciting because again, here's the difference between in Canada, the difference between the East and the West. I have not heard a lot of you, but I don't mean that in a bad way.
Oh no, I know.
It's just the vastness of Canada. So again, where is home?
I'm home in Penticton, British Columbia.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
So the West Coast boy. My whole family's from Ontario, so I got a lot of Ontario roots. I was born in Kingston.
Yeah.
But my whole family, when I was 6 weeks old, they decided up and moved west. So I've been out of there for a long time. I try to come back as much as I can to see some family, but I need to get out here more often.
So how many CCMAs are under your belt?
This is going to be, my first one was Halifax in 2015, and because of COVID I missed a couple, so this is my 6th or 7th CCMAs.
Yeah. Good. So you're an old hat at this when it comes down to it. Yeah, the ins and outs of it.
I guess so. I mean, I'm still 20, so I still got a long way to go learning.
So you're 20 now, and you started in 2015. You came to the CCMAs when you were 12.
Yeah, that was my first time. I wasn't allowed to go into any of the events. I still wasn't allowed to go into any events until like last year. I had to sneak into the bars. I didn't sneak in any of the bars. I didn't do that. I stayed away from the after parties. I stayed away from the after parties.
Yeah.
But no, it's kind of cool, like growing up in this, like from such a young age, kind of being able to see this industry and learn it. It's been super cool seeing it from like a fresh young perspective.
I bet. Yes. I would love to go back and do that type of stuff. So. Cool. So you consider yourself a gearhead then?
I definitely do. Yeah.
Yep. What would be your favorite car if you could just go out and buy something? What would you go get tomorrow?
I would never be able to get one, but it would be a '69 Daytona. I've always been a fan of like the NASCAR, like Superbird style, big wing, and I was the first NASCAR to ever hit 200. A lot of cool history behind that car. So
it's funny you said the Daytona Charger as opposed to the Superbird. So
yeah,
everybody goes Superbird, but
Daytona did it first. Yeah, that's my favorite.
I like you.
They got the wing a bit further back, and the nose is different.
It's amazing at how different the two cars are.
They are. Yeah. There's a lot.
Aerodynamically and as far as design goes.
Yeah.
This is just us getting all nerdy. Listen to the two nerds go. The car nerds start talking.
I saw this and I knew I had to come here.
And I got 30 years on you.
Yeah. I know I got a long way to go.
That's awesome. Okay, so a Daytona Charge.
Yeah.
Okay, what was your favorite TV or movie car?
I was actually just talking earlier. I think it was the 32 5 window from American Graffiti. The Ford.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Harrison Ford. No, Harrison
No,
Ford. He was in the 55.
Yeah.
And Milner was in. He was in the yellow.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the yellow
They
one.
had the 58 and the white one too. The Impala with the red pinstriping.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was always a fan of the yellow 5-window.
And then what was it? Susan, what's her face was in the Thunderbird.
Yeah, there's a Thunderbird. Somebody
Yep.
had an Edsel in that movie too, I think.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Somebody had an
yes.
Edsel. Yeah.
Cool. All right. What about musically? What's you got anything out right now? Any new singles coming out? What do you want to promote?
Yeah, honestly, this next year is prepping for touring for me. I've put out a lot of music recently, and I had probably the best 2 weeks of my life early this year going out on the road with one of my buddies. Just we booked a tour ourselves and we just went out and played. So my plan, I'm going to be writing and recording in my own studio this winter, getting things ready to go, moving to Alberta in the upcoming year, and I'm going to be touring all year next year, possibly out here in Ontario too.
Oh,
so
I hope so.
I'm just going to be playing all over the place. The best chance to see me over the next bit is probably at a show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we got lots of good places here to play in Ontario. So, you know, summer or winter, we got lots of secondary venues that, again, it's a great place. There's lots of country music fans. We're not quite as wearing cowboy hats, you know, day in and day out. Like, not everyone's like John Chris Ford wearing his hat night and day. He sleeps in that hat.
I do believe that.
I have confirmation he sleeps in that hat, and not that I've seen it, but I've just heard stories. So, you know, again, thank you, John, which is, you can't see him, he's off camera, but for introducing us. And yeah, we'd love to see you back here in Ontario, and yeah, I'll be watching out for you.
Sure, I'd love to see you guys at the show. I'd love to come back and hang out with you guys again. Just talk some more shop.
Well, we're gonna get the means by which you can keep in touch, because we'd like to keep in touch with you as well.
Awesome, that'd be great.
All right, let's get our coveralls on, our tools out, and let's get back to some more Gearhead Country Radio from the 2023 CCMAs.